What if entrepreneurship wasn't just about making money, but actually about becoming your most authentic self? Entrepreneurship has a way of bringing up all of the fears, the doubts, and the old limiting patterns that you've been carrying around. And that is exactly why it can be one of the most amazing paths of deconditioning and awakening. In this episode, you're going to learn how your business can actually become your greatest teacher. If you're new here, I'm Vanessa Naja, and I help heart-centered entrepreneurs create meaningful success and work-life balance through using tools like human design and emotional intelligence work and combining them with aligned business systems. The repetitive behind the scenes draining work can take care of itself so that you can actually focus on your zone of genius and doing the work that makes the most impact in your business. Before we dive in, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this episode with other entrepreneurs that could really benefit from this kind of inspiration today. It really helps me grow this channel and get my message out to other entrepreneurs just like you, and I appreciate your help so much in helping me achieve this goal. If you're watching this, it's likely that you either already are an entrepreneur or you are planning on becoming one, and that you're also somebody that is really interested in personal growth, personal development, and potentially also interested in human design. Entrepreneurship is naturally going to bring up all kinds of fears, doubts, and conditioning. And it's such an amazing opportunity to heal, grow, and become more aware as you work through those fears. When you are an entrepreneur, this is not the path of least resistance. If entrepreneurship was easy, everybody would be doing it. And really, it's not for everybody. But if you are brave and you feel like this is the right path for you and you are willing to put in the work and get a little bit uncomfortable and sometimes a lot uncomfortable in order to really be on purpose and fulfill your potential, then it's very likely that entrepreneurship is absolutely an amazing path for you. Now, in entrepreneurship, especially online entrepreneurship, there are so many different kinds of fears that will come up. There are the visibility fears, the fear of being seen and heard, the fears of marketing, the pressure to do it like everybody else does it, and to follow the, best practices and the norms that all the other business coaches are putting out there. Those one size fits all strategies that work for some people, the people that they are aligned for, but they don't work for everybody. And when you are an entrepreneur, you can actually really use these moments of discomfort, these moments that you're feeling the fear and that you're having these difficult emotions that are naturally going to come up with entrepreneurship as portals for growth and expansion, not just in your business, but also personal growth and personal expansion and evolution. When I first started recording video, and this was, 12 years ago, I was working with a mentor who specialized in video and YouTube, and I was absolutely terrified the first time that I went to record a video that I was actually going to release publicly for my audience. And it was only a 2-minute video. My heart was pounding. I was so nervous. I was afraid that people could really hear it in my voice, and it was absolutely terrifying. And I felt that fear, and I did it anyway. I did it while I was afraid. Fast forward to a week later, and I did it again. And I was still really nervous, heart pounding, like palpitations. And it wasn't quite as bad as the previous week, but it was still pretty bad. Fast forward another week. I'm still nervous. It's not terrifying now. My heart's not like palpitating as much. I feel more comfortable. I'm definitely uncomfortable, but not like the first 2 weeks. And I repeat this over and over again every week, until it's not a big deal to turn on the camera. Then, of course, we get to other things like doing lives and doing launches and these types of things. And they're always scary and uncomfortable the first time. And then the more you do them, the more comfortable you become. And that is the thing, that that discomfort that is going to show up every time you do something new in entrepreneurship is an important portal that we have to walk through. And every time you do it, it gets easier and easier until you get to that point in certain areas of your business where it is absolutely second nature. And so when these things come up for you in your entrepreneurship, when you're starting something new, it might be launching your first sales page, doing your first sales email, recording your first piece of content or going live for the first time, being afraid and being uncomfortable does not mean that there's anything wrong. It's actually an important part of your growth and your expansion. And if this is landing for you, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you get more episodes like this. So let's talk about the practical side of entrepreneurship and how human design fits into this equation. So human design is really all about the deconditioning process. And what is deconditioning? When you are conditioned, it's when you are taking in things from outside of you that are not true to who you actually are. So think about all of those things that maybe you picked up from your family of origin, from the culture that you lived in, from pop culture, from the media, from your schooling, from your government, all of those things that you took on as truths, even though they weren't actually true for you. And now they keep you in a state of hiding in some way and not allowing yourself to express yourself authentically. As we go through the deconditioning process, we release all of those things and really tune into who we truly are. And human design is practical, and human design gives you a map of the territory of who you truly are. It shows you your strengths. It shows you where you might be challenged. It shows you where you might have some consistent fears that you need to work through. And it also gives you insights on your unique gifts, your purpose, how you fulfill your purpose, your target market, your niche. So many different things are mapped out in your human design. And at the very top level is your human design strategy and authority, or in BG5, the business application of human design, we call this your personal interaction style and your decision-making strategy. And when you are following your strategy, it is designed to reduce unnecessary resistance. Now, note, I didn't say it is designed to eliminate resistance, but just to reduce unnecessary resistance. Because resistance is an important part of life, an important part of entrepreneurship, and it is how we learn and grow, is that we work with the resistance that is correct for us and we expand because of it. So no, when you follow your human design strategy and authority, your life is not going to turn into rainbows and butterflies. However, it is going to guide you on the correct path for you so that you're not learning all kinds of difficult, traumatic lessons that are not the right lessons, that do not set you on your correct path. Now, when you go back to strategy and authority, and as you become comfortable and confident in your unique decision-making style, and you know you're making the correct decisions for you to move forward in alignment with who you are truly meant to be, it becomes easier and easier to make those challenging choices that are going to be presented to you in business and in life on a regular basis. Please share below and let me know if you are already following your strategy and authority. I would love to hear about some experiences that you have had where that has led you into some challenging situations and how you move through them and the growth that came as a result. Because when we look back on how following our strategy and authority has actually helped us grow and expand, even when it was difficult and challenging, it helps us continue to grow in that level of confidence as we move forward in our business and in our life. There are a couple of very easy and practical things that you can do every day to help you gain more awareness as you're moving through the deconditioning process. And the first thing is you want to take regular pauses throughout the day to just check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What are you thinking about right now? Are you letting your thoughts hijack what is actually correct for you? This can show up for us in so many different ways. When you're doing something challenging in your business and you feel nervous and you feel scared, your mind might try to talk you out of doing that. And it might be telling you that it's dangerous and you're not safe. And you want to pay attention to those things. Like, what are you thinking and what are you feeling? Because in human design, it's our body intelligence that lets us know what is correct for us. And that is where our strategy and authority comes from. So if you're actually following your strategy and authority and you're now doing something difficult and scary, your mind is going to try to talk you out of it. And as you become aware of that happening and you can really move back down into your body, you will become more aware of when your mind tries to trick you out of following your strategy and authority, when your mind tries to take over and your body intelligence is left behind, that's when we can really get in trouble. Now, I'm not demonizing the mind here because the mind is such an important tool. It helps us conceptualize, it helps us come up with ideas and flesh them out. There's so many beautiful things that the mind does, including delivering our outer authority. So, the message that we have to share with other people, that is the job of the mind. But our inner authority is in the body. That is that strategy and that authority that guides us on the right path and helps us move in the correct direction for us. Another thing to take note of is your not self theme. So each of the human design types has a physical sensation and emotion that lets us know when we're really off track in our business. And the not self themes for generators and manifesting generators, it's frustration; for manifestors, anger; for projectors, bitterness; and for reflectors, it's disappointment. And I do want to make clear that we are all, regardless of our type, we're going to be feeling these feelings sometimes, and it's okay. Even if you're feeling you're not self-themed sometimes, it doesn't always mean that you're off track because you are going to be feeling it sometimes. What you want to pay attention to is this feeling dominant in your life? Is this coming up for you all of the time around a specific situation? Because if it is, then that's a pretty good indicator that you might be in your not self theme, you might not have been following your strategy and authority, and you may not be completely in alignment in whatever it is that you're doing that brings up that not self theme. You can also focus on your signature theme. That is that emotion that lets you know that you're on track, that you're moving in the right direction, that you are living in alignment. So for generators and manifesting generators, that is satisfaction. For manifestors, it is peace. For projectors, it is success. And for reflectors, it is delight and surprise. And how you experience those emotions, those signature themes, is going to be completely unique to you. So you want to start paying attention. When am I noticing this showing up in my life? And especially when it comes to work and entrepreneurship, where am I experiencing this the most? Because again, that will guide you and pull you in the right direction in your business. Also, whenever you are making big decisions in your business, you really want to check in with, are you actually making them from your inner authority? Or are you making them out of fear? Is there some underlying fear that is influencing your decision? And this can show up in a lot of different ways in your design, in your chart. So learning to understand yourself better by diving into those deeper aspects of your chart is really going to help you notice when these things come up for deconditioning in your business. So if this is something that you're really resonating with and you want to apply to your business, to your entrepreneurship, this is exactly why I created my program Aligned and Automated, which isn't just about setting up the correct and aligned technology systems in your business. It's also about building a business that runs in alignment with your human design. So we bring together the inner work of deconditioning with the practical systems that keep your business flowing so that you can really focus on growth instead of getting stuck in the back end. And I'm opening up the first round of the group program for Aligned and Automated, where we all get to work together in a group. So you have accountability, you have support. You're walking through this with other entrepreneurs that are on a very similar path to you and understand what you're going through. And you get my guidance through the entire process. We'll be running it starting early November of 2025 for the first time. So you'll also get an extra special deal on it. And the link is in the description box below. Now let's talk about some more practical examples of how your human design can show up in business and entrepreneurship and ask you to expand. So there are a couple of different places in the chart where perfectionism is very common and shows up in a lot of ways. One is if you have a 6 line in your profile, so 3, 6, 4, 6, 6, 2, and 6, 3. Another one is specifically in gate 18. So if you have gate 18 defined in your human design, meaning it is colored in. And if you're not sure where it is, if you look at your body graph, if you're looking at it on the left side, there's a triangle known as the spleen. And on the very bottom left, there is gate 18. If that's colored in your design, then you have it. Also, if you have a lot of logical circuitry in your chart, this can also be an issue for you. And with perfectionism, one of the things that we really need to learn to understand is that it is wonderful to strive for excellence, to do your best in whatever place you're in right now. And perfectionism isn't really a thing. Like, there is no such thing as perfect. And if you're somebody that struggles with perfectionism, and I totally relate because this has been a huge thing for me, learning to allow yourself to do things imperfectly and even like consciously put out stuff that you don't think is good enough is one of those ways that you're going to start to get over that, because done is better than perfect. Finished is better than perfect. Actually putting something out there versus trying to perfect it and never putting it out there is what actually moves the needle in your business. Remember that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And if you're not taking a shot because it's not perfect, you miss all of those shots. So, really recognizing when perfectionism comes up and how it's holding you back and where it is showing up in your chart is going to be one of those things that really helps you grow and expand in your business and go through that deconditioning process. Now, since I already brought up gate 18, let's talk about another thing that sits in this gate. And these types of themes show up all over your chart. So, gate 18 has a fear in it, and that is the fear of authority. And that could look a lot of different ways. One of the ways that you might be experiencing this fear is that if you put something out there, somebody that you consider an authority is going to tell you you're wrong, is going to criticize you, is going to tell other people you're wrong. And that can really hold you back from sharing your message at all. And even if you don't have gate 18, you could be amplifying this fear from others. There might be planetary transits happening that are highlighting that gate. You might be in relationships or business partnerships with other people that have that gate that bring up this fear in you. So, as you learn to understand how this shows up in your design and when it comes up, that is how you learn to work through it. And with any of the fear gates, really the way to overcome it is when you recognize this fear is not actually a rational fear, because of course we have plenty of rational fears. I mean, fear is designed to protect us. But when you can start to recognize what's a rational fear that is designed to protect you and what is an irrational fear that's actually keeping you stuck and small in your business, and you learn to move through those irrational fears, that's when it becomes slowly but surely more comfortable until it is second nature. Which brings me back to the example I gave in the beginning of the episode when I was talking about recording videos, which was terrifying, and now it is second nature. So let me know in the comments, how have you experienced these fears in your business and how have you overcome them? And if you haven't yet, what is the thing that you're the most afraid of? Because even just by sharing that with somebody else, with me in the comments, with the world, that actually takes some of that force and that pressure out of that fear. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and like the video so that you'll receive more content like this, which I'm putting out every week to help you stay aligned in your business and grow your business in a way that actually feels good to you and makes an impact. Entrepreneurship truly is a sacred path, and it's a container that calls you into courage, authenticity, and impact. Discomfort is a part of growth. You are going to feel uncomfortable, and that is okay because it's actually also a signal that you are doing something right. If you are comfortable all the time, you are definitely not growing. Every challenge that you face is an initiation into higher potential, into growth, into more success, into making a bigger impact and doing what you were actually born to do on the planet. When you go through this deconditioning process, you naturally will attract the right clients, the right opportunities will come to you. You will easily uncover what the correct next steps are, what the right products and offers are for you, and how to market them and bring them out so that the people that are meant to work with you can actually find you. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the episode. Watching full episodes on YouTube is actually a great way to support creators. Remember that entrepreneurship isn't just about building a business or making money. It's truly a sacred path that calls you to grow, live in alignment, and share your true genius with the world. And if this episode spoke to you and you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share it with somebody else that you think really needs to hear this message. I so appreciate when you do that. It makes a difference to all creators on YouTube and any platforms when you engage with their content. So one of the best and easiest way to support creators for free is to hit that like button, and to subscribe and to share. I do also have a free gift for you about your purpose through your human design chart. If you would like that, go to vanessanaja.com/free guide. And it is a customized, personalized report for you based on your human design that helps you uncover some of the fears that might be coming up for you based on your design, gives you insights into your purpose, and so much more. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next episode.